Yeah, in a bid to boost economic development and reduce dependence on federal allocations, the Benue State government is intensifying efforts to attract both local and international investments. Known as the food basket of the nation, the state is leveraging its vast agricultural potential alongside recent policy reforms and infrastructure initiatives to position itself as a prime destination for investors. From agro-processing to renewable energy and solid minerals, the Benue State government is opening new frontiers to stimulate growth and create jobs. Dr. Raymond Asemakaha, the Group Managing Director of the Benue Investment and Property Company, joins me now to discuss this inclusive and all infrastructure and investment in the state. It's good to have you in our Abuja studios. Good morning, Dr. Raymond.
Good morning. How are you, Bridgman?
Thank you. It's good to see you. How is Benue? How is Benue State today? To talk to me. I was in Makurdi, over to Oturuko sometime last year. So, talk to me.
Yeah, Benue is very good. The environment is wonderful, chilling environment.
So, when you talk about Benue investment, you want to attract and manage investments. Talk to me a little bit about how the state government is pursuing that under the current state government's administration.
All right. Under the leadership of the executive governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Raymond Raymond, we are trying as much as possible to invest so much in investment, and that's why we are trying to create a lot of mini industries, trying as much as possible to ensure that we have those mini industries so that we can be able to comb unemployment in the state. We have, within the last 2 years, we have introduced about 18 mini industries, 7 that are complete, the other one on the way for us to complete before this 2025.
Very, very interesting. I noticed one of those industries you set up had to do with a bottling company producing, I think, a form of non-alcoholic beverage. And that was just a couple of months ago. Yes, I saw that in it. And I was really enthused, and I love that. And when you talk about Benue State, you used to have the Benue State Cement in Boko. I was there many, many years ago when it was still under the Benue State investment before the Dangote moved in on that. Well, that's a bit of a history. But I know that Benue State had always been keen about setting up industries. What level of employment have you generated? I know it's all about IGR, but you need to create jobs at the bottom of the pyramid. When you go into Makurdi, for example, you see it's almost becoming like Lagos. So many folks, young folks still riding Okada and what have you. So we want people to have gainful employment. How much have you been achieving in that area?
Yeah, what we have done so far, we have done 480 direct job and 3,080 indirect job. Because when we came in, we understand that the growing population is a signal that we must also invest aggressively. And we felt it is important that we must do a deliberate effort to introduce these micro businesses that we have been introducing to help curb unemployment in the state. So far, we took analysis of having about 16,000 graduates from our tertiary institutions, universities, and polytechnic. And we just said that, okay, what we are going to do is that 25%, which is 4,000 graduates, those are now indigent, but the remaining 12,000, what happened? So we had to form alliance and bring reform policy that we can be able to at least take some percentage. So far, we have been able to achieve 4%. We know that we are not there, but in 2025, we are looking at upscaling it to 15% of those graduates. That's one of the things that we are trying as much as possible. So on record and on counting is 480 direct and 3,080 indirect jobs.
Yeah, you know, driving from Abuja by road in a public transport, going through to Makurdi all the way to Oturuko and all that, I was seriously heartbroken last year and 5 years ago also, because lots of mangoes, some as bigger than this, teacups and all that. You have one of the richest mangoes and all of that, and oranges in Benue State. And I'm thinking of whether only the Benue State government can do this alone, reduce post-harvest losses through cottage industries where you can produce juice and fruit. I should be drinking a glass of juice in Benue State for 15 naira, 20 naira per glass, because almost everyone has a mango tree or orange tree in front of his or her house.
Yes, those are the analysis that we have seen. I want to assure you, in the coming 90 days, in the next 90 days, we will be launching a new juice factory. Equipment has been purchased, 100% installed, and we are expecting to start, by next week, we will start test running it. We know that there's a lot of post-harvest losses of mangoes, post-harvest losses of oranges, and that's why, under the leadership of His Excellency, we're able to bring those things. Equipment, 100% have been installed. As I speak to you, so in the next 90 days, we will be unveiling the juice factory. I'm sure we'll invite your team to come and do live coverage. So hold me by my words that in the next 90 days, we will call your office to come and do that.
I want to be there. I want to have the first taste of that, because it's just amazing how much
of course, we'll invite you.
How much you folks are sitting on in Benue State. But my question is this. The state government does not have all the money to do it alone. So you're doing so much. You're building industries and doing that. And I love that. That's music to my ears, and I'm sure to everyone here, not just building bridges that lead to nowhere and things like that, but we need bridges as well. Well, speaking, how are you helping local cottage industries, the cooperative societies, the farmers, the chambers of commerce in Benue State and others, the MSMEs, to help do this on their own? How can they leverage the government to do it, not the state government being the one building the industries themselves? Let the private sector do some of the job you are doing.
All right, so where we came in, I remember we did what they call the Benue Local Investors Forum. We have interactions with them. I know critical that we are not there, but one of the things that we want to do is that I have took time to visit most of the dormant business and most of the ones that they are still working. So in the coming next week, I'm also going to call for a forum where we'll have a breakfast with those people that have those businesses to have a discussion with them. Some of them that they are struggling, we can be able to partner together. We already set a precedence. We already set a table running, a board running. So we are looking at, when we have the meeting, we will begin to, integrate and discuss with them. Because one of the things that we were having as a challenge was, we understand that the output needs to be relatively up. Population has grown, and that's the problem that even the country Nigeria we have today. The population has grown while the output is relatively low. So we felt it is important that we lead the way. You see, we keep talking about investors, but if there's no local investors thriving in the society, the foreign investors won't be able to come in the society. And that's why we are leading and expecting that we'll be able to handshake those people so that we can be able to upscale their businesses. So when I go back next week, I'm going to go have meetings with some of them and begin to look at the quick win, because the truth is that we have people on the street that we need to take them and upscale them and put them in the business model, and that's why we are looking at doing everything possible to set these mini businesses that we have put in place. We are not supposed to drive those business by ourselves, but we must also look at in the other way to lead. Under the leadership of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Benue State, he has brought people, capable hands to do that. Some people will say that government don't drive businesses, but government must be able to, put a precedent, break the monopolies and do the right thing. And that's why we are driving and, reforming the policies and doing what we are supposed to do so that the local investor will can, climb on it and begin to excel. Now, let me also tell you about the local people. The Ziva that we launched last year, December, that's the beer, 60% is cassava. What that happened is that we're going to do backward integration whereby our farmers will also farm. They will farm rice, will offtake. People will farm cassava, will also offtake them and, process this thing, which will be used within Benue State and Nigeria at large.
Very interesting that you're doing in terms of industrial trade and investment. Talk to me about solar power taxi initiative. I haven't seen that. Briefly, I want to ride on those taxis when I come next.
Please, you will. You know, those are deliberate attempts because we launched those cars last week. Our intention is to bring in 500. We have done the charging point in Benue, about 6 of them. We are trying to bring in assembling plants so that it will be in Benue State, where people can learn technology. That is going to also reduce the cost of transportation within the metropolis. And we intend to do it across the 3 geopolitical zones in Benue State. We've done the zone B, which is the headquarters. I'm sure next 2 months, we're also going to go to the Zone A, and we're also going to Zone B to ensure that nobody is disenfranchised.
I love that. That's a clean transportation. Thank you so much, Dr. Raymond. Asemakaha, Group Managing Director at Benue Investments and Property Group Company. Thank you so much for all you're doing in Benue State. We appreciate it.